Welcome, everybody. We are live here at Willie Acres Arena as we got the region championship. We got Joe Kinzer, Chris Kidd, J.J. Pruitt, and Daryl McCoy on the call tonight as we have Logan versus Charleston Catholic, a rematch from earlier in the year, Joe. But before we get started, we want to thank the people that we got to thank, courtesy of the WVSSAC.
Yeah, first of all, the WVSSAC serves its 286 member schools and their students by providing leadership and support for the conduct of education-based athletes, which enrich the educational experience of all participants, play, perform, compete together. The WVSSAC Commission promotes athletics that provide lifelong and life quality learning experiences to high school students while enhancing their achievement of educational goals. Play, perform, compete together. So Hope Gas also likes to congratulate everyone for making the regional championships and also next week's state tournament. We'd like to thank WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals. When it comes to your family's health, trust WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals. From routine checkups to advanced surgical procedures, world-class care is available close to home. WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals. Also, Field Turf is the trusted choice for athletic fields in West Virginia. Field Turf is a proud partner of the WVSSAC. Chick-fil-A, we all love Chick-fil-A, Daryl.
Absolutely.
And it's 18 West Virginia owner-operators salute the more than 86,000 boys and girls that participate in scholastic sports in our state. Chick-fil-A recognizes that participation in high school sports helps to develop leadership and teamwork skills that prepare each participant for life, the same values that Chick-fil-A in your community shares. Parmar, if there's not a Parmar store near you, there will be soon. Parmar stores have 200 locations throughout the region to serve you, and Parmar stores is the official store of high school sports in West Virginia. And Daryl, we'd like to thank all those sponsors that help sponsor these mountain athletes in the state of West Virginia, the WVSSAC.
Yeah, we also want to thank the sponsors that stepped up to sponsor today's game. I want to thank Diamond Flagging Company, Butler's Auto Village, located right here in Logan. I want to thank West Logan Primary Care. West Logan Primary Care has weight loss shots, Ozempic and Mounjaro. Best price points in the mountains. Hit them up. That's West Logan Primary Care. And always want to thank Kelly and Scott Atkins at A Boutique here in Logan. Guys, couldn't do it without our sponsors. As we are sitting here, Chris Kidd, Joe Kinzer, J.J. Pruitt, and Daryl McCoy. Guys, this game right here is a rematch from earlier in the year. This is, it'd be interesting. Logan handled them pretty easy, but tonight's game, a lot on the line.
I expect they won a competitive ball game. Charleston Catholic guys they are the defending class champions. Charleston Catholic could play about as poor as you could against Logan at West Virginia State University, only shooting 14%. Logan is shooting over 60% on the year, and I think it's going to be a contrast in styles. Logan goes about 7 deep, maybe 8. Charleston Catholic, they don't like to go to the bench, so a lot of people expect Charleston Catholic maybe to slow the pace down. Logan, of course, wants to control the pace tonight, and here I think is a key of the game. My opinion, it's how this ball game tonight is officiated. If it's called tight, that favors Charleston Catholic. If they let them play a little bit, I think that favors the Logan Wildcats.
Yeah, but up at West Virginia State University, it was very much let them play. And that was a big part of the game for Logan, getting up and down the floor, forcing the tempo, forcing the pace. Catholic was just never able to keep up, and once Logan got out to a lead in that game, and Catholic just had no answer on offense. Zayden Ransom was the only one.
16 points, 16 rebounds.
He's the only one that really stepped up in that game. Everyone else was ice cold for Charleston Catholic.
So again, tonight it's going to fall on Zayden Sherrod or Ivan Miller to control the boards, because Charleston Catholic, Chris, had 33 rebounds against the Cats, and Ransom had 16 of them.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big part of it tonight for Logan. Limit second chance opportunities for Charleston Catholic, not allow them to get second chance opportunities. Keep Ransom off the boards, keep Catholic off the boards, and Logan can win this game, I think, going away. But if Catholic starts to control the tempo of this game, Ranson's getting second and third opportunities. This could be a much different look than what we saw at West Virginia State.
And also they have the junior Wilkes Aliff. He scores in double figures. And also the Hale kid, the freshman, number 24 tonight. We'll see. Mark Hatcher said that he's also one of their leading scorers. Now Logan down the stretch, they lost 6 of their last 7. People from around the state say, Joe, what's wrong with your Logan Wildcats? I said, nothing. They said, Joe, what do you mean nothing? Chris, remember, Mark Hatcher's led Logan to the state tournament 8 times. Yep. Logan when Mark Hatcher leads Logan to Charlietown in the 3rd week of March, they don't go in 20-2 or 19-3.
Right.
The schedule's difficult. It's ramped up. The record's not sexy, and Mark Hatcher wanted to play a gauntlet of a schedule down the stretch. So, and to be honest with you, Logan was in every game except for Tug Valley, the defending Class Single A state champions last week.
Yeah, that was actually the point I was getting ready to make too, is that it wasn't like Logan was out there getting beaten up by crumb bums and shoe clerks.
Yeah.
I mean, these were tough teams, and Tug Valley was the only one where they kind of no-showed in that game. Tug Valley played a great game over there the other night, though. And I think maybe a little bit of exhaustion, maybe a little bit of just mental exhaustion as well, kind of set in for Logan in that game. But, you can kind of sense that there wasn't any panic in this club after they lost that game. I mean, they still seem very focused, still seem very much on point about where they want to go to, and they know what they got to do in order to get there. And going through Charleston Catholic tonight, I believe it's become the main focus over the last 5 or 6 days, not that loss from Tug Valley.
Absolutely, guys. 14:36 to go here as you are watching the Logan Bank and Trust pregame show. Let us know your comments in the comment section, Jim Mar Service comment section, as we're going to read some of them when we come back. We'll take a quick commercial break. Be right back. Willie Acres Arena, Logan versus Charleston Catholic, live up next here on the D&D Sports Network.
This sandwich is not just spicy, it's flavorful.
Hi, this is Matayo. And this is Elsa. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick. I really like the marinated chicken breast because the spice comes in at just the right moment.
Oh, no. A little thing I love is that cilantro lime sauce. It's a fun blend of zesty and bold. It's highlighting the flavors in the chicken. That's what really makes me happy. Are you going to eat all your fries?
Real guests pay for their testimonials.
If you got a big job to get done, don't just trust any flagging service. Call Diamond Flagging Service. Diamond Flagging Service keeps your community safe while also making sure it stays moving. Give Diamond Flagging Service a call today for their services. They also offer amazing job opportunities. Diamond Flagging Services, proud supporter of the Mountain Athletes.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 or reach us Monday through Friday.
And we're back here at Kidd, Joe Kinzer, J.J. Pruitt, and Daryl McCoy as we got the region championship, Charleston Catholic versus Logan, live right here on the D&D Sports Network. You're watching the Logan Bank and Trust pregame show. Guys, want to thank Logan Bank and Trust, Jim Mars Services, as well as our good friends at Missy Birchfield at State Farm, Minas Mexican, Quality Metal Roofing, Eric's Trucking, Cheech's Pizza, McCoy Dental, Wild and Wonderful Smoke Shop, Three Guys Pizza and Brew, Trailhead Bar and Grill, and also want to thank our friends at Chick-fil-A as we got Chris Kidd, Joe Kinzer, both of them. Guys are the voices of Southern West Virginia. Guys, as you're looking right now, both teams look good in warm-ups.
Yeah, this is going to be the key part. Who focuses in right off the bat, Joe? Because Mark Hatcher's club, they come out focused. They're going to get this crowd behind them immediately. Charleston Catholic's going to have to scramble. Now, Charleston Catholic's got that state championship pedigree, a lot of those guys back from last year. They're going to have to keep their focus early on in this game. If they let Logan get out to a 5, 10, 15-point lead, I don't see any coming back for Charleston Catholic with their offensive limitations tonight. They've got to find a way to keep this game in the 40s, 50s somehow tonight.
I know that the freshman Lucas Lambert has came on the scene, 17 points per game that he has averaged. He's gone over the 30-point mark at least 2 times. But the veterans for Logan are going to have to step up tonight. And one player that's yet to go off from behind the three-point line is Matt Hatfield, the senior, averaging 8 points a game. It's not because of effort. He puts up the extra shots day in, day out. They're starting to fall some, but if Logan is going to go to the promised land this year under Mark Hatcher and play on that championship Saturday, Matt Hatfield is going to have to score the basketball for the Logan Wildcats.
Yeah, I got a chance to coach Matt this summer. He played for our D&D Mountain Elite AAU program. And guys, Matt has a lot more than what he shows to give, here. And, he's a kid that on any other program could average 20 to 25 a game. But, he does what is asked of him here.
That whole victory over Williamstown.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things about this Logan club. You mentioned Hatfield. I think his defense is even more key than his offense.
Absolutely.
And, you talk about McCormick Illerton. We've talked about it on our radio station there. We've announced these games this year. He's a kid that can take over a game if he wants to. Really reminds me if you want him to. But that's not what he's asked to do. He's really a distributor. He likes to get everybody else involved. But whenever he knows that he can get to the rim, he knows that he can explode by somebody, he's going to do it. He's going to exploit somebody if he gets an opportunity to. And he's just like a breaking case of emergency type of offensive weapon for this Logan club.
Very important that the junior Ivan Miller, 10 points, 12 rebounds per game. Very important that Miller stays out of foul trouble.
Yeah. Well, and, to me, the thing is, They don't have to, but, if somebody gets in foul trouble on the bench, man, you got Gage Green, you got Grayson Sanders, and Bentley Williamson, who's been battling sickness all year, but still, can come in and give them good production off the bench. So this Logan team, a lot deeper than people initially thought, but, just about all their bench is very young. So.
A wild card if Hatch has to go deep to the bench, because I've seen him play quite a few times this year, especially in JV, Zoe Murphy. Zoe Murphy, very athletic, a freshman. A deep freshman program this year for Logan.
Yeah, because this freshman group, they were so lauded coming out of Logan Middle School, and rightfully so. And, just to see the struggle of a lot of them finding minutes on this team, it shows you how deep this Logan club is, because Grayson Sanders, another one, lit it up in middle school. He gets several minutes a game here to try and get in and do what he can do. But it's another weapon Mark Hatcher can go to whenever he wants to, and that's the beauty of this Logan club.
Yeah, Zoe Murphy, the younger brother of David Early, obviously one of the fan favorites here, waiting for his moment. But let's go to the Jim Mars service comment section. Robert Wallace says, good luck, Zoe Murphy and the Wildcats. Mackenzie Allen Michael says, hey, Joe, what's up? Said, Joe has been telling me about Logan all year. We got Salai Juhidi says, good luck. Also, Timmy Copley says, Tug Valley game being streamed. I don't know if it is or not, Timmy. You have to look at their school network page. But, guys, we got 7 minutes to go. We're going to take one last commercial break. When we come back, Logan versus Charleston Catholic here on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern Coalfields.
For any of your financial needs, we encourage you to stop by one of our 5 convenient locations or apply online today at lbnt.com.
Whether you choose to stop by or visit us online, our team is here to help you every step of the way.
Buying a new home, expanding your business? Choose Logan Bank and Trust. Let's bank together.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today. If you want to work for the nicest fleet of trucks around, call Eric's Trucking. Right now we are hiring for 18 and 10-wheeler drivers. Must have CDLs. Eric's Trucking is a proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners, Tug Valley Panthers, and all mountain athletes.
Regardless.
Welcome back here, guys. Willie Acres Arena. We got the region championship. Logan versus Charleston Catholic. Live here on the D&D Sports Network. You're watching the Logan Bank and Trust pregame show with Chris Kidd, Joe Kinzer, J.J. Pruitt, and Daryl McCoy. Guys, 5 minutes here before tip, and again, fans still falling in this place.
And that's the beauty of this place. It's big enough. It's so iconic. It's so beautiful, majestic. This is the place you want to be at for a championship game, Joe and Daryl. I mean, this is the atmosphere that we grew up with. This is the atmosphere we love, and this is the way that a regional championship should be decided in a place just like this. And it's so great to see Mark Hatcher back on the sideline, seeing this Logan club back in contention once again. And what better way to try and get back there through Mark Hatcher than through the defending state champions?
Well, I tell you what, I haven't shied away all year long on the D&D Sports Network when I broadcast Logan Wildcat basketball. Mark Hatcher came out of retirement for a reason, and that is to end the postseason drought of Logan since he left. Logan's postseason record, only 15 up, 13 down, and not a lot of state tournament appearances, one last year. So, the Logan standards has been subpar for the last over a decade. Growing up, I'm 50. I'll be 50. I'm just turned 53. Logan has gone to the state tournament 26 times in my life. I mean, in the 70s and 80s and 90s, I was like, early 90s. Well, heck, we're going to Charleston every year. Yeah. This is something. It's like Belfry football going to the state football championship. It spoils you. Yeah.
I told people, I said the first time I watched Logan basketball was 1990 with the Greg Bartram, DeAndre Murphy team, Willie Coleman. Yeah. And I didn't think they could lose, and then I was listening to the radio as they lost at the States, and I just cried my eyes out. And I think everybody has that initial moment with Logan basketball that makes you realize this is special. And these things are expected, but yet they're never easy. And that's the beauty of this right now, is that Logan knows the type of standard they have. They know what the end goal is, what everybody wants the end goal to be, but yet you got to go through somebody like Charleston Catholic to get there. And Hunter Moles is one of the best young coaches in this state. He's going to definitely change some things from last time, and if Logan doesn't adjust to that early on, you can see Charleston Catholic being in this game in a way that Logan did not want and did not anticipate.
Guys, the Missy Birchfield at State Farm fan cam deliver, and as you seen one young guy out here doing curls with his daughter, everybody getting ready for this big time matchup, as we are too. We'll be right back. Logan Wildcat basketball here on the D&D Sports Network. Region Championship, the Wildcats host Charleston Catholic. Chris Kidd, Joe Kinzer, J.J. Pruitt, Daryl McCoy on the call as you are watching the Logan Bank and Trust pregame show. Guys, 2 minutes to go. Joe?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
I'm pumped. I've been up since I went to bed at midnight last night. I got up at 4 a.m. this morning. Coach Hatcher told me as soon as I hit the field house, he said, I didn't go to bed till 4. I said, I watched film, and his entire coaching staff said they got about 3-4 hours sleep. I think it was your sleep deprived last night because of this game or work or anything?
I went to bed.
Okay. All right.
I teach 11th graders in the morning.
You're well rested.
I have no option but to go to sleep, unfortunately.
Well, I was wide awake after that finish in the 15th region tournament over there. Lawrence County coming down, shocking everybody. So, West Virginia is kicking off now postseason. One of these teams will punch their ticket to Charleston, and the other one will call it a season, guys.
And we've already had one major upset in Class AA. as James Monroe defeated by a 2-20 Bluefield Beaver team. And I'm just going to tell it like it is. James Monroe, they moved up from single A to double A. They played a bakery schedule. They played cupcakes, and they were rewarded with the Bluefield Beavers, a perennial power who's down this year. So Bluefield 3-20 on the year, trying to get to the state tournament. The last time that I can remember a 3-win team making it to the state tournament, Mike Smith and the Birch Bulldogs. And they lost in the semifinals in double overtime. I know Mike.
Charleston Catholic and Logan both lining up at the moment. Charleston Catholic to be introduced first. We have Wilkes Aliff, followed by Will Bruce, Caden Hale, Zayden Ranson, and Pat Arbaugh. Starting five tonight for your defending state champion Charleston Catholic Fighting Irish. On the other side for the Logan Wildcats, same starting five you've seen throughout the season: Matthew Hatfield, Zayden Schraub, Lucas Lambert, Ivan Miller, and McCormick Gilberton. It's now, you can sense the anticipation building in here, Joe and Daryl. You can definitely feel the heat going on in here right now, but we're getting close to championship basketball in Willie Acres Arena. No better words in high school basketball as far as I'm concerned.
You're burning me up in that sweatshirt. I'll just tell you that right now. I mean, I'm burned up.
Hey, if you're going to, you got to show your toughness. It's like the guys. I'm just going to reverse right.
You get to there's a lot of difference, but hit that like and share button, and this is Class AA Region 4 Championship action. Again, Charleston Catholic, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Yep.
They're the underdogs, but they're the defending class state champions, and Logan's going to try to knock off the Nature Boy Ric Flair tonight here at the field house. That's old school wrestling for you.
And another interesting thing, a lot of people may be wondering, why is there no light show tonight? Again, it's tournament basketball. You know, that takes away part of the home court advantage is having that light show. You can still hear how one side of the crowd is. Charleston Catholic.
It's a second. Great rendition of the national anthem there by that young lady. Guys, Chris Kidd, Joe Kinzer, J.J. Pruitt, Daryl McCoy, we got Logan versus Charleston Catholic for a trip to Charleston.
Let's get things going here tonight at Willie Acres Arena. You've got Coach Akers here. You've got Coach McClanahan here from Charleston Catholic, a multiple state championship coach as well. We've got D&D in the house, everyone. We're ready to go to action to see who makes it to Charleston next week in the Class AA field in this Titanic show up here tonight between the defending state champions and the six-time defending state champions of Logan Wildcats, seven-time state champion Logan Wildcats, as they get set to jump it up in the center circle. It'll be Ivan Miller for the Wildcats, and he'll jump it up against Wilkes Aliff. here tonight. We're glad you're with us on D&D Sports as the tip is in the air. Controlled this possession. Hale hand it off on the back by Bruce. Now swing it over. That opens up offensively after their struggles a couple of weeks ago at West Virginia State. And Ransom was the main focus of the offense and defense as he hands it off to Hale. Circles back. He struggled from the field that night. Struggles to start off tonight as he breaks one off to Sherrod. Logan comes into the front court. Him and Sherrod crowding each other. Now they get into their spaces. Logan on the left wing, trying to size up here against Hale. Sherrod tries to post up here at the top. Almost bad pass, but Sherrod able to corral it. Lets Hatfield go through, driving in, bodied up, gives it off to Miller. He's been the main focus on opening possessions. They can't hit that one. Sherrod, though, fights for the rebound, and he's able to get a second chance.
I tell you, Chris, Logan's first deuce of the game about person.
Yeah, that's what we've talked about on the radio a lot this year. He's been the go-to for the first basket in almost every game. They're going to give it to him again on the right block. Back out front now to Ilderton. Catholic trying to prevent Logan from getting into the paint, trying to make them work from the perimeter as they go down low for Miller. Back out to Hatfield. 6:35 left here in the first quarter. Strong defense, and Catholic really going to rely on this here tonight. Lambert off a curl for a thumb short in Charleston Catholic.
Ransom 6'6", very cagey. He's very strong, but Miller was able to alter that layup attempt. Logan so far out rebounding the Irish 3-1. Chris, both teams playing very solid defense.
Score still 0-0 on the Jim Marr service scoreboard, bottom of your screen.
Everton will take it in the backcourt for the Wildcats. Shoves it over for Sherrod. Back over to Ilderton. Sets his feet. Doesn't want the shot, though. Out to Lambert. He'll pull the trigger on it. Nearly banked it in, but it bounces right to Sherrod. Put back. Rolls out. Won't go. Sherrod trying to control the rebound, but he stepped on the baseline.
Good hustle. Sherrod laying it on the line tonight. Logan was with another good look. Another couple missed opportunities for the Cats.
Now Logan's going to try and speed the Irish up here a little bit. Going full court pressure. As Hale will give it back to Ransom. Nice lob pass up ahead to Aliff. Aliff stutter steps, drives in on the left side, goes up and under, rejected by Miller at the rim and out of bounds off of Logan.
Logan was trying to hold off on showing press, but Coach Hatcher decided to go to it quickly to try to force some turnovers.
Down underneath their own basket, lob it out to Ransom. They'll give it off to Hale. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Still no score. This co-regional championship game decides one of the 8 spots in Charleston that'll be given out after tonight. Hale lost it off his foot, but it bounces right over to Aliff. Aliff gets by Sherrod for the moment, pulls up in front of him, jumper up and good.
That's a good job by Aliff. He's a junior. He averages 13 points a game.
2-0. Charleston Catholic draws first blood here in this regional championship. Ilderton on the wing. Fakes a few times and gives it off to Sherrod. Sherrod trying to penetrate in, but runs right into the wall. That's Ransom over to Hatfield for a 3 off the side of the rim. Sherrod, though, on the glass again, put back up and in.
Sherrod is a man possessed on the boards. 4 offensive rebounds for the Logan.
2-2 as Logan gets on the board a little over 3 minutes into the first quarter. Up ahead, Catholic able to break the pressure. Ransom give it off on the left side. Bruce working around, gives it off to Hill. Now in the middle for Arbaugh. Miller plays off of Arbaugh. Basically daring him to shoot if he wants to. Now to Hill. Long three-pointer on the way, and Hill knocks it down.
No one picked him up. Someone got lost. Wide open shot for that young man.
And Logan dared him to shoot at West Virginia State, and Hill had difficulty throwing it in the ocean that night, but he does knock down his first here this evening. 4-2 as we approach the midway point of quarter number 1. Ilderton up against Hale. Gives it over for Miller, trying to draw a ball outside. Miller back over for Ilderton, now to Hatfield. Hatfield tried to get a screen to the baseline. Good defense by Bruce staying in front. Now to Sherrod at the free throw line. Got caught in midair. Tough pass, but found Lambert. Now over into the corner. Miller nearly stepped out of bounds, able to save it. Trying to force his way in on Arbaugh. Fakes, goes up. Middle of the shot, no good, but he'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Good job by Ivan Miller, 68% free throw shooter on the year. I tell you, Charleston Catholic making Logan work every inch of the floor on the offensive end. Miller going to the foul line to try to tie this game up.
And I was thinking, the first meeting, Hunter Moles just sat on the sideline and discussed watching as Logan was breaking out for easy baskets. Logan was able to leak out several cherry pick opportunities to get easy buckets. And you had a feeling tonight, defensively, it was going to be much different for Catholic as Miller couldn't convert on the first.
Well, they only shot 14% in that game, Chris. You knew, I mean, Charleston Catholic played as poor as you could ever play.
And that was one of the dark moments of the season and probably for Hunter Moles in general. And you know that this state championship club came in here with a lot of pride tonight after having it handed to them at West Virginia State University. Now trying to give Logan a season-ending loss on their home floor. Aleph turnaround jumper in the lane, rims around and won't fall. Ranson, though, gets the offensive rebound for Catholic. Over to Hill, now back to Ranson on the right block. Bodies up with Miller, turns the corner with the left hand, lays it up and in.
Ransom had 16 and 16 against the Cats in the first matchup.
6-3, the Irish lead it under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. So again, the pace has been to Charleston Catholic's liking. Mentioned they want to keep this in a 40s or 50s type of game as Lambert got it on the baseline, and they're going to call him for a travel.
Turnover number 1, and the pace of the game not favoring Logan. Logan having to stay in this half-court set. They can't press. They can now, but you got to score to be able to jump into press.
The Irish working it up against this pressure. Ranson dribbling up against Miller, able to cross him over. Now coming from behind, Sherrod almost with a steal. Charleston Catholic able to save it. Aleph up against Sherrod. Driving in, cuts it off at the free throw line, back out, and now Catholic working the ball around, working some clock as well as Hale. Drives in, found a lane, lays it up and in with the left hand. It's an 8-3 Charleston Catholic lead here in the first quarter. Sherrod over to Ilderton. Driving baseline, puts it up, no good, no contact, they say at the rim. Rebound taken by Hale, up ahead to Ranson. Ranson out of crease, is cut off, gives it back to Bruce. He'll take the jumper inside the free throw line short. Arbaugh, though, with the rebound, kicks out to Aleph, drives in, floater up and banks it in, and it's a 10-3 lead. And Mark Hatcher has seen enough. He needs a timeout with 1:48 to go here in the first.
And I tell you what, Charleston Catholic's crowd, they're overtaking the Logan Fieldhouse right now. As Logan getting off to this very, very slow start, and Logan, you know, the thing about Charleston Catholic and Wheeling Central Catholic, when I've seen them in the postseason over the last 2 decades, oftentimes they very rarely beat themselves. Very fundamentally sound, take care of the basketball, play defense, tough as nails. Charleston Catholic with 0 turnovers so far in this game, and they're playing more fundamentally sound. That's the reason why they have the 7-point lead.
As you got a 30-second timeout, we want to thank Jim Mars Services, Missy Birchfield at State Farm, Diamond Flagging Company, Eric's Trucking, Cheech's Pizza, Wild and Wonderful Smoke Shop, Meanest Mexican. Also want to thank our good friends at Trailhead Bar and Grill. Joe Kinzer, Chris Kidd, J.J. Pruitt, Daryl McCoy on the call.
Chris, very quickly, Charleston Catholic 5 out of 10. Shooting from the floor, Logan only 1 of 5.
Again, this is the start that you feared if you with Charleston Catholic getting out to a lead and now trying to set the tempo of this game and pass inside. Irish off the turnover.
Turnover number 2.
It's not what you want to do out of a timeout, guys.
Yeah, it's a specific reason you call it is to set up a bread and butter play, and right there it just wasn't executed. And now the Irish with a chance to push this lead out even further. Looking in the backcourt, Logan ramping up the pressure. Hale, desperation pass, knocked away by Miller. Arbaugh got it, just tipped it into the front court and taken by Hatfield. Hatfield over to Sherrod. What a spin move into the lane. Cut off, though, by the Irish. And a foul going to be called. And if this is Arbaugh, that could be big.
That's what Logan wants. And I expected Logan to at times go, you know, they're going to go man-to-man, but double team to try to catch a turnover or two at times, and that's what Logan wants. Now you got to capitalize from the free throw line, guys.
Rod's first free throw too strong. But that's his second foul now on Patrick Arbaugh. And he's staying in the game right now as Lambert's going to check out and Gage Green checking in. So again, interesting that Coach Moles is going to stick with his center here with the 2 fouls. But he's going to trust him as both free throws no good. But Green, instant energy off the bench with the rebound at the Hatfield. 3 is good.
The senior stepping up. Here comes the press again for Logan.
And that was much needed for Hatfield and for Logan. And now a hold on the Wildcats as we just creep under a minute to go in the first quarter.
Logan with 5 offensive rebounds so far in this quarter. But a huge shot for Hatfield to get that one to go early and give him some confidence.
That's the first foul against Logan here in the first quarter. It's 10-6. The defending champions leading it. Ransom over far side to Aliff. Aliff now works it into the middle. Logan has the possession arrow right now. Unless we get a tie-up before the end of the quarter. As Aliff, a couple of head fakes, goes up with it, can't hit. Strong rebound underneath by Miller in the crowd. Overton will push it up the middle of the floor. Drives by Arbaugh with those 2 fouls. Floater won't fall. Sherrod, though, with another offensive board. Gives it over for Miller. They'll reset here with 25 seconds left in the quarter.
How many times has Sherrod gave Logan a second chance opportunity?
He's been massive on the offensive glass thus far for the Wildcats. You can see the exhaustion on his face so far with all the work he's put in this first quarter. We're down to 9 seconds. Overton out front to Hatfield. Defender stumbles. Hatfield gets a good look but leaves it short. Rebounded by Arbaugh. 2 seconds, 1 second. Hell will fling it at the horn. No good, and that will do it for the first 8 minutes of action as Charleston Catholic leads Logan 10-6. We'll be back after this break as you are watching regional championship basketball action here on the D&D Sports Network.
Unfortunately, water, mold, or fire damage can happen to you. Restoration One of Southern West Virginia is available 24/7 to help take the stress out of your mess. Our primary goal is to respond and restore your property back to normal as quickly and safely as possible. When disaster strikes, Restoration One is your go-to cleanup crew. Save our number now in case you need us later. Whether the job is big or small, give Restoration One a call. 304-443-4959.
If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza.